In this video, we are going to look at how to create customized sticky notes in PowerPoint. Whenever I do this topic, I like to give credit to Tony Vincent. I don't know if he invented it, but he's certainly the one that popularized this with Google Slides. That's the place that I first heard about this. Just want to show you how easy it is to do with PowerPoint as well. So I just opened a new PowerPoint. Design Ideas pops open as usual, including the new motion design ideas. But we're going to close that, and we are going to actually clear our page. And now that you've done the lesson on how to change your slide size, that's what we're going to do next. So we're going to click on Design, because that's where you find this drop down. And we don't want a standard or widescreen. We're going to customize. And in fact, the size that we are going for is actually listed on here. It is letter paper. Notice letter paper is 8.5 by 11, but it builds in your margin automatically. And we do want to make sure that everything is turned to portrait. We have no content on here, so that maximizer and sure fit only matters if you have content on there. So you can see that is now the ratio of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of, say, copy paper. Next thing we're going to do is insert a shape, and really don't care what it looks like. We're just going to make a rectangle, because from here we're going to go up here to resize. We resized our slide, now we're going to resize our shape. Aspect ratio should be locked, so if I increase one, it'll increase the other, and I want to, they're not the same, and they need to end up being the same. Oh, actually aspect ratio was not locked. Just as well, we want 3 inch by 3 inch, so I'm going to put 3 and 3 right there. And I'm going to reposition that a little bit, and I'm done with that one. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to empty out the inside. This is automatically filled, so I'm going to change my shape outline to a little bit thinner. Then I'm going to change the shape fill to no fill. Okay, so now I have one square that is the same shape and size as a sticky note. And I'm going to grab 2 more of those, and I'm just going to pull it down here. Pull it down as far as I need, so I'm making sure that the outside borders are as far out as I want. I'm going to select all of them, and now I'm going to go into Align, and instead of, I only have 3 shapes, so it would be pretty easy to just use the little guidelines that appear as you move things around, but I just want to make sure I show you this trick as well. I'm going to align them all to the left, so the left side of these objects are all in a straight line. Then I'm going to distribute them vertically. So now they're all evenly spaced. Now that I've done that with one column, I'm just going to copy it and drag the other column over. And here's those guidelines I was talking about. So when the top is lined up for both of these, it'll show up there. And if I want them evenly spaced, then it'll tell me when I get there as well. That's actually not necessary. As long as these aren't touching, they don't have to be symmetrical at all. Just put 6 boxes on your page, and as long as they don't overlap, this is going to work just fine. But just wanted to throw in that alignment so you'd see how to do that as well. At this point, I'm going to send this to the printer. Print 1 copy of this, and before I do, you want to go to your copier, open the drawer. If you don't know how your paper feeds through, what I like to do is pretend this is my paper in the drawer. I pull the drawer open this way, and with a pencil I put a little X right here. And then I run this through, and then I see, did that X appear on the same page as this printout or on the reverse? And that's going to help you figure out later, because you're going to have to put this back into your printer, and you want it to feed in the right direction. So that'll help you figure out how you need to lay this down. Next step is to duplicate this slide. And on this page, put whatever you want into this space. So I have a device that has inking, so I could actually, not that I would, but I could actually draw on here. I could instead insert a text box and type anything I want in any color that I want. Now keep in mind, if you're doing this on sticky notes, then the color is going to be on top of the color of the sticky note. Okay, you can insert images. Stickers. And I love these stickers for these personalized sticky notes. So this is kind of a new feature in PowerPoint under Pictures. The stock images are just crazy. I mean, for a classroom teacher trying to make your own personal sticky notes, these stickers are really cool. And you can use this for proofreading checklists. You can use this for editing checklists. You can use this for behavior checklists. Anything that you can think of to put on a sticky note. Encouraging notes. You can make sticky notes with certain letters, colors, numbers, whatever code you want to use for putting people into small groups together. You can put the names of each of your students on a sticky note. Use them for partners and small groups, or even assigning seats. Anything that you could grab a sticky note and handwrite on, you can design here in PowerPoint and make them look really cool. So the bottom line here, though, is once you're done designing, then you're going to actually take that first sheet and literally place a sticky note in each of these boxes. That's what these lines are for. It's just to align it. Make sure that the sticky part is at the top of each box, and that when you put this back into your printer, because you will put it back into the drawer with your unused paper, that you insert it in such a way that the end with the sticky note goes into the feeder rather than the other end getting pulled into the feeder. I've never had a printer get jammed from this, but I have had some stickers get wrinkled and then you just ruin that print. And of course you need to insert the paper back in right side up so that it will print on the correct side as well as not jam. So 2 things to pay attention to when you put your paper back in: that the correct side is facing up so it will print on the side with the sticky notes, and that this end of the sticky note with the sticky part feeds through first. Then you're just going to print the second slide. So you just come up to File and Print, and then instead of choosing all slides, you're going to choose just slide 2 and send that one to the printer. You can then save this. You can duplicate this again if you want to just save one file that you do this with continuously, and you can have another sheet to customize and just have a growing library of sticky notes that you can choose from. It doesn't have to be a different one in each box. You can certainly duplicate what's inside of this one and move that to another box and print a whole sheet of the same objects as well. Once you have them in place, it's kind of optional. You can then go back and delete the actual boxes so you're not printing that little ring around each sheet as well. That part is up to you. I definitely wouldn't do that until I'm sure that I am done and have everything exactly where I want them. But if you have assured yourself of that, then there's no reason that you need to keep the boxes on the pages that you're actually printing. Okay, so that is customized sticky notes in PowerPoint, taking advantage of the ease of changing your slide size as well as the ease of formatting and aligning shapes. So that is how you can create customized sticky notes in PowerPoint. So don't forget to subscribe down below, where you will also see a link to my book, all the Microsoft tools you need to transform your classroom, as well as a link to my blog, theotherit.com.